Hi guys, welcome back to the Totally Magic channel and another great trick. This one really is outstanding. You're going to love this. By the way, if you haven't already done so, we really do appreciate it if you hit the little subscribe button and also the little bell next to it, because then you're notified when we upload new tricks. And also if you can like, share, and if you wish, make a little comment below the video. Helps us a great deal. This trick requires just a regular deck of playing cards and a spectator. Now, as you can see, I don't have a spectator to help me, so I'm going to play the part of both the spectator and the performer and talk you through the effect. It is a regular deck of cards. You can even borrow the cards for this effect. You give the cards to the spectator and say, I'd like you to shuffle these cards and examine them if you want, and they can do both those to check that it is regular. When you're happy with the shuffle, can you deal 4 cards on the table? 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, deal another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only need 8 cards for this, so get rid of the rest of the pack. Now we're going to take the 8 cards and you're going to choose any one of these cards. We don't know what cards they are and we don't know what order because you shuffled them. Now they do get an absolute free choice of any of the cards. They take out a card from the pack, they look at it and they remember it. And you say to them, I want you to think of the colour, the suit, the value. Memorise that and return it back to the pack. They return their card back among the other 7 cards. We're going to lose it even more in the pack just by shuffling the cards, but we know it's in here somewhere. I'm going to show you 4 of these cards and I want you to look at the faces of those 4 cards and look for your particular card, but do not indicate or say in any way what the card is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards we have. Did you see your card among these? You did. Don't tell me what it was, but we now know that your card is there. We also know that one of these is not your card. We're going to place these 4 over here. I want to talk about transference. Ancient Egyptian times are always fascinating to magicians, and what I've got in my back pocket is something from that era. It is a tremolator. This is known as a tremolator. It is rumoured that they used these in ancient Egyptian times, and what they could do, they discovered that if they tap this tremolator on a rock, it would dematerialise because of the vibrations, the tone, and they could transfer it, dematerialise somewhere else, tap again, and it would rematerialise. So legend has it. Are you buying this? No, it is a pair of tweezers, but the myth is that there was such a thing as a tremolator. But I thought it'd be interesting to try this with a little bit of magic. Watch. We have 4 cards here and here. I'm going to attempt to transfer 1 card from here invisibly. Here we go. Watch and listen. It travels across to here. Now it doesn't look much, certainly not when you're using a regular pair of tweezers, but let's see if the magic is here. I want you to remove those cards and count them face down on top of the glass. The spectator will take the cards and as they deal 1, 2, 3, 1 card has vanished. It's gone. Now, could that possibly be your chosen card? Don't tell me what your card is, just say yes or no. Is this your card? It's not. What about this one? No? Or this one? None of these are your cards. Over here we had 4 to begin with. Watch, nothing in the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and an extra card, 5. 1 card has appeared in here. For the first time, tell me and everyone, what was the card that you freely chose? And there, right in the middle, is your chosen card among the original 4 that were in there, the 2 of Hearts. So is this really the work of the ancient Egyptian tremolator, or is it just an illusion? So here's the tutorial for this great little trick. Now, first of all, let me start by saying that it is a regular deck of cards. This is totally impromptu. You can borrow the cards if you like. You don't even need a full deck. So you borrow the cards. That's a strong point of this trick. The other thing is that I used a couple of glasses, and that's purely because I didn't have a spectator to help me. You don't need these. What you do need is the spectator to hold the cards between their palms. That works a lot better with the vanish and reappearance. So with that said, this is the trick. Now there's 3 key elements that you may have to learn for this. One is a controlled shuffle, secondly a biddle count, and thirdly a break. Now let me take these each in turn. Oh, by the way, the pair of tweezers, that was just a gag, but you probably gathered that, didn't you? But I thought it was quite interesting, of causing vibrations and travelling across. But you don't need this. You can just wave a magic wand or hocus pocus, say the magic word, and the transference is done. So how does it work? Well, the cards, you give them to the spectator, they shuffle, they really do deal out 8 cards. Now, I like to get them to deal 4 because I'm just trying to set them up that you're going to have 4 cards and 4 cards in each packet. So I ask them to deal out 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then say, well, we'll make it another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do have 8 cards. The rest are placed to one side. Now, the first part of this is you can shuffle them, mix them up, because they really do get a free choice. So let's just say they take this card out, and the card is the 3 of diamonds. Okay, so they take that out, and what you tell them while you shuffle these, to memorize it. Commit it to memory, and maybe ask them to show it to a couple of friends. And I tend to do that for the simple reason is, how many times have you guys performed a card trick, and at the end of the trick, when the big crescendo ending is about to happen, you name their card and they turn around and say they can't remember what their card is. So it's always a good idea to get them to show it to somebody else. So they show the card, memorize it. In the meantime, you're going to do a controlled shuffle by sliding off 1, 2, 3 cards. You ask them to put their card back in at that point, and then you shuffle the rest of the cards on, and then you do another shuffle dealing 3 cards, 1, 2, 3, and then you drop the rest of the packet on there, and then finally you just do another shuffle dealing off singly like this on there. Now, what does that controlled shuffle do? Well, some of you may already know this. It's quite common among packet effects, but what that does, it always causes their chosen card to be second from the bottom. This card here is their card, automatic. Okay, so now we know where their card is, because remember at this point in the trick we've got no idea what it is. We then turn the cards face up and we're going to do a biddle move. Now I do have a separate video teaching the biddle handling and I'll put a link to it at the end of this video and also down below in the description. But the biddle, very briefly for those that are not familiar with it, the biddle grip is quite common. It's where you hold the cards with the fingers at the front, thumb at the back, like that. And just this finger, just put in a little bit of pressure on top, like that. So normal cards, a normal card hold, should I say. With the other hand, you're going to slide the face card into your hand, like that. Then you come and take another card, but can you notice the clever thing about this? As you take the next card, the first card gets hidden out of view for a while as it goes behind it, like that. So you can slide this off, and this second card we know is their card. You get a break. As you slide it off, you get a break under that card. Why? Because in a moment I want to pick this card up, okay, with my finger and thumb over here. So as I come back to slide the next card off, I've actually ditched their chosen card at the back. There it is there. So let me just go through that again on here. So let's just alter the cards around a little bit. So this is how we start. So we slide the face card off, we come back and slide the next face card, which is theirs, and we're going to hold a break. And when you come to slide the third card off, under the cover of the packet, I'm going to grip with my finger and thumb the 3 as I pull this off, and it hides the face. I've now only got 2 cards there. The chosen card is at the back. And then you slide the next one off. That biddle count is quite common in packet effects as well. And I've now got 3 cards here. You say to them, did you see your card among those 4? Yes or no? Now they're obviously going to say yes. All you do is, I put mine in the glass, but it might be better for you to ask them to hold out their hand and you put it on their hand and get them to cover it like that. That way they can't sneak a look beforehand to see how many cards there are. Okay, so they think they've got 4 cards. Why wouldn't they? The magic hasn't happened at the moment. We're 1 ahead of them. So, got that. You can carry on with the biddle count, but as normal. Remember, their card is at the back. So we count these 5 cards as 4. So we slide the first one off, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one is 2 cards as 1 as you drop that on top. They've now seen 4 faces, 4 cards. You can put this on the table or you can hold it and like that, whatever you decide. The trick's done. The rest of it is performance. Wave your magic wand to transfer a card from here to here. They then count the cards. Now this is a wow factor because of course when they count them they're expecting 4 cards. Straight away they've only got 3. Another wow factor is when they see that their card is the one missing. They've never mentioned what their card was. And the finale is when you then count these cards out here. Now when I count these, I'm trying to get their card, you don't have to do this by the way, I'm trying to get their card into the middle. So I do this, I count, there's 1, 2, and then I push off 3, 4, and then drop the 5th one on. That way it puts their card in the middle, but you don't have to do that, and then you just reveal it that their card is in the middle, 4 cards, and it really is an amazing effect. Have a little practice of that. I think you'll have some fun with this one. Till next time, practice and enjoy.